Hang on, it bumped that. No, hang on, it'll come right back.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, it'll come back. Hang on. It should come back. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. I got plenty of room to fall this tree, but I'm going to show y'all a couple things about it. I've got to get a couple of them limbs out of the back side of this thing before I pull it. And here's one. See, this tree ain't nothing but a shell, man. That's all it is. And so the neighbor's house is right there. It's a miracle that this tree is not snapped and went right over there on his house, because all of the weight of it is on this side. There's virtually nothing on this side, because at one time there used to be a house right here. I used to live right over there. This house burnt down, and there's probably gonna be metal in this tree. So I'll take this one down and then that one down beside the Mini over there too, and clean them up. I got a stump grinder, stumps too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna get this limb here and one or two of these over here. I'm gonna go ahead and get them out and just drop them right here. And that way it'll alleviate this weight that's over here on this side, where when I do go to pull it, you know, I won't be fighting against all that counterweight. Man, you're money ahead, because you take a tree like that, that hinge can give you issues and stuff. See, it's not, I mean, there's gonna be some good wood in it, but I'm not gonna chance it with the weight that's up there in it. So let's get it done. Dropping bombs, man. Big ones. This one looks like now. Remember, all them limbs went out to that telephone pole and out over it. Matter of fact, I've got about 3 in the neighbor's yard over there I gotta go throw back over. But I took everything out of it on this side all the way up. Man, it just acting right. And that being a post oak, they don't hold real well. They just kind of snap and pop. So I got my rope all the way up there in the top of it already. I got the 3/4 in it. I'm gonna make it land right in there between where my Mini's sitting and that other tree, because that tree there is coming down too. So I'm gonna drop it right there. I'm 4 miles from the house. It's nice. I did get my 5500 back. I'm gonna take this and abandon it at the house and grab my 5500. I was debating on whether to chip this thing or not, but I couldn't remember how much limbs is in it. And I'm gonna go ahead and chip it. I'm gonna bring the chipper over here and run the limbs to the chipper. Go ahead and chip it, because man, this these like this, they add up. There's a lot of debris in those things. I got my rope up in it. I'm finna pull it, snug it up. Emma's gonna pull it for me, ain't she, bud? I'm gonna pull it, get it snug, and then I'm gonna let you finish it up. I've got Emma helmet here too. Let me get it on her. Uh-oh. Hang on, it bumped that. No, hang on, it'll come right back.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, it'll come back. Hang on. It should come back. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Yeah, you got that ponytail, but you can hear me though, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, remember, you're gonna be pulling back on these or whatever, and I'll be able to talk to you, okay? So I'm gonna walk out here where I can watch the tree, and I'm gonna let you snug up on it a little bit more, okay? And everything. I like to stand to the side of them where I can watch the movement on them and see what they're doing. So that's a 3/4 stable braid right there in that thing. All right, Emma, ease back with it just a little bit. I hold it right there, bud. All right. I'm gonna set y'all over here because it's gonna take me a second to cut this tree. This is the 592 that I'm running, which is built by Husqvarna. It's a got a 32-inch bar on the X-Cut chain, full chisel, non-skip on it. I did not bore this tree. I was kind of afraid to bore this tree. I wasn't sure how the fiber was going to be in it, so I just come from the back and back cut it. And even up there where I'm cutting it up there at waist high, I mean, I wasn't even close to getting all the way across that tree with a 32-inch bar. And I just cut it, and you'll see Emma. I like working with my kids, and which are not kids anymore, but Emma's a sophomore at Mississippi State this fall, and you know, I've used her, Anna Kate, to help me. Jill's pulled trees for me. Heck, I've even got homeowners, you know, standing around watching me. I'm like, you know, heck with me, you know, trying to struggle doing it by myself. I'll just give them a crash. If they're watching, you know, I'll give them a crash course real quick on the Mini and tell them what to do, and I'll let them pull the tree for me, you know. So I'll work with what I got.
I can't really hear anything.
Well, I'm not talking. Now you can hear when I talk, right? All right, we got her doing just right. And I gotta do is cut and clean that thing up, but thing hit the ground hard, didn't it?
Yeah, it was good wind.
Wind came off of it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of air pushes off those things, man, when they hit the ground. Stuff sure do. All right, as I can get this other one down by myself right here, this tree ain't no good either. Look at that hole all the way up in there, all the way up in that dude, man. Tree's no good, no good. Post oaks are not my favorite trees to deal with. Look at all the debris. It's just everywhere. I mean, it's covering a quarter of an acre from that tree. And I can take that, which is a nightmare to clean up, and with the rake, I can make it a lot more fun to clean it up. Pretty much on ones like this right here, you'll see in a minute, I'll kind of rake it up till it kind of gets in a pile, and then I'll catch it with a blade, you know, when it gets to be too much for the rake. And then once it gets to that point, then the blade, you can just keep the blade above the ground, and it'll pretty much roll move the whole pile at one time. But there's no telling how long it would have taken me to clean this thing up. And I don't have a finished video what it looked like when I got through with it, but when got the stumps ground on it and finished them out and got the holes fixed on them, man, this thing, you couldn't even tell I had been there on this piece of property right here. But yeah, that rake is a time machine. My whole setup is a time machine that I got. You know, it just everything works well. Right equipment. Having the right equipment is the name of the game, period, in the story. I mean, knowledge too, and experience, but right equipment plays such a huge part in things.